Welcome back to our podcast. Last time was story time with Aaron, and today,
story time with Todd.
You're listening to Home Sellers Advantage. I'm your host, Aaron Zapata.
And I'm your other host, Todd Anderson. We are the Bald Brothers team at Impact Realty Group with Real Broker, and we are here to give you the Home Sellers Advantage.
You can find us online at www.baldbrothers.tv. Again, that's baldbrothers.tv.
Or you can call us at 833-305-BALD. That's 833-305-2253.
We shared some stories about my tragic first deal one of my first deals that fell apart. But we're going to talk about some of Todd's early days.
Yeah.
And the question I have for you, Todd, is how bad does a house have to be before it's unsellable?
Well, if the home has been burnt to the ground, there's nothing to sell but the land.
It's true.
And the opportunities. So my very first transaction, the first sale that I ever had, this is before I was working with Aaron, was a project.
Is that how you're going to say?
It was a project. It was a disaster. Now I ended up selling it.
I'm going to write this down.
It was a great.
We got disaster.
It's a great first experience.
We got project. Okay.
Project. I'm trying to couch it, but I'll give you the full details.
Was there a couch?
So there was no couch.
Okay.
The place. So I'll give you the details. So this was somebody that was referred to me. He owned the property. He had been living in an assisted care facility up in north of Glendale.
Okay, you do remember this was before you and I were working.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the
details.
Community north of Glendale. Anyways, the property.
I know where that is.
The property was a condo in Glendale.
Okay.
But I had to go, and I didn't. This is before I didn't have DocuSign This was an individual.
Before telephones, people.
No. This was an individual who did not have the ability to sign, and I had to actually go, and every single document I had to travel a couple hours to meet him, sit with him, and the poor guy, he was mentally there, so he didn't need to have power of attorney. He was mentally there, but physically, his body wouldn't do what his mind was. So I had to, for the listing agreement and everything. Mind you, this is my very first deal. I'm kind of learning as I'm going along, and I'm coaching him on exactly what it is. The listing appointment was like a 3-hour appointment, just getting everything signed. And then he hadn't been to the property in over 10 years. And so I managed to get the keys. I went down there to take a look at the property, and supposedly somebody had been living there, and he had been paying this person to live there. Oh, because supposedly he was fixing the place up.
Sounds like
he was being taken for a ride. Yeah, so exactly. So the guy was no longer living there.
Okay.
But everything, I opened up the door, and it was a disaster. I look in, and there is mold. So the ceiling had caved in from a water damage from an upper unit, and there was mold everywhere. It was just there was mold everywhere. And not to mention that it was everywhere. Wow. I have pictures of it. Not to mention that, but the carpet was torn up. I'll have to find them. Yes, okay. Yeah, I can show that. I can bring those in. Sinks were dismantled. It was not livable, and it was actually dangerous to be there. My first transaction, I have no idea what to do other than to just start working, and so I immediately tried to find a mold remediation company, and I found a few different ones and hired them to get the work done, and it was. But I didn't know what I was doing. This is my first transaction. I didn't really know how the transactions go, but what I did know needed to happen is I needed to figure out how to solve these problems, and I had nobody helping me. So at any rate, long story short, I did end up selling it. And can you guess who I sold it to? An investor.
An investor.
So to answer Aaron's question, you can have a home that has mold and the ceiling falling through and exposed wiring and is a total hazard, not livable, and you can still sell the property, but you're not going to sell it for top dollar. You're going to sell it to an investor. And that's exactly what I did for my very first transaction.
So I had one of those situations in Yorba Linda, and the neighbor behind this house which I knew. In fact, I was talking to her today, and she said, "Hey, my neighbor behind me has had that tarp up there for a long time, and I think they're getting ready to sell it." So I went and door knocked, and nobody was there. So I tracked down the homeowner and said, "Hey, like, I have an investor who's interested in purchasing your property, and we'd like to get in to see it." Mm-hmm. And so I just started off with that.
Yeah.
They knew that they had a problem. So we walked in, and this ceiling as well was not there.
Yeah, yeah.
Not only was the ceiling not there, the roof wasn't there. It had been so bad, the roof was deteriorated. There was sunlight coming through the roof because it was just torn off, and it was terrible. And sure enough, my buyer bought it. The investor, Wayne, bought it, and he fixed it up, flipped it for a profit. But yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
So the condition of the home really doesn't matter.
Yeah. And it being my very first transaction, that's where I learned you can sell something even in those conditions. So it was actually a trial by fire, but it was a good experience for me to walk into something that was really a disaster and not fun to work with, but seeing it through from beginning to end. So the person who was coaching me and kind of teaching me, showing me the ropes, she said, "Oh, this is going to be a good one for your first one. You're going to learn a lot."
That's great. And you did.
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
What I've learned over the years is that it all comes down to price.
Yeah.
And what you realize is there is a turnkey price, and then there's a stinky price.
Yeah.
If the worse the house stinks, the worse problems there are, the lower the price.
That's right.
I'll tell one more story.
All right.
Okay, since we're, this is Story Todd Day, but
Story time, but let's end with a.
We got time.
Aaron's got better stories.
We got time. So I worked with a lady when I was back at Prudential, and she said, "Hey, I've got this house. It's going to be an investor sale, and would like you to come look at it." So we went and looked at it. It was in Ontario. It's a little tiny house, not a big house, but the lot size was good. And she said, "Okay, but don't wear anything nice." I'm like, "Okay." So I took my client over there. Outside the house, this was pre-COVID, she hands me and my client a mask. Says, "Put these on." We're like, "Okay." And then she proceeds to hand us gloves. And she said, "Put these on." And we're like, "Oh no, like, this is going to be bad." So she opened the door, and like you said in your condo, like, the air just escaped the door of the house, and it just hit us. Warm, stanky, putrid, fecal matter smell.
Yeah.
And we walked in, and the people and the animals lived there and used it like their restroom.
Oh my goodness.
And we could literally, like, I think she gave us booties for the shoes as well. In fact, I'm almost sure she did, because the hands were just part of it. And we had to be super careful where we stepped.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And so we're like looking, and we're walking through, and it was weird. Like, there was a kiln in the back bedroom where, like, this person made pottery.
Yeah.
But it was so nasty. And my client was so excited. I was like, "Okay, you're clearly the right buyer."
Yep. Like, I can get this for a fire sale.
Yeah, we walked in the backyard, and there's like a dead vehicle. You thought I was going to say dead person, but it was a dead vehicle. And he's like, "Dude, can I like ask for the car too?"
Yeah.
And sure enough, he got the house and everything on the lot, including that old dead vehicle. And super excited. $105,000.
Wow.
This is what he bought it for back in the day. I think he sold it less than a year later for over $300,000.
Wow.
So, again, turnkey price, stinky price.
Yep.
Big difference.
Literally stinky price.
It was, oh man.
Yeah.
Don't take me back. Any other stories, Todd? Craziness?
That's it for now.
Are you sure?
I think that's
anything
it for
we've
now.
done together?
We've told many of our stories.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we've got lots of them. Maybe
anything we haven't told.
Well, I think we should save it for another time.
Okay.
Have something for people to come back to.
Okay. People buy properties in all different conditions.
That's right.
So if you know you have a house that is terrible, that is completely okay. And here's what you don't need to do when you call the Bald Brothers and you say, hey, I've got a house. It needs some work. What you don't need to do is you don't need to apologize.
Yeah, don't apologize. Yeah.
You don't need to hide your head in shame. You don't need to worry about it. And we have a lot of people that say, I wish it was in better shape. I know it's pretty bad. We're like, don't apologize. Like, it's okay. Mm-hmm. It really is okay. Mm-hmm. We have seen all kinds of properties, including the property, which I'll add and I'll close with this, where it was a hoarder house and we could not see the floors in any of the rooms.
Yep.
My client did pass on that one. Only because there was a tree growing through the foundation and it was uprooting the house and that was unfixable. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
So, hey, if you are inheriting a house and maybe mom and dad didn't take care of it and has all their stuff in it and it's emotionally hard and it's difficult to think about selling it or lifting a finger and going through it all, don't do it. Just call us.
That's right.
We will walk you through that step and we'll come beside you and we can help find a buyer that's going to love it in that condition. And of course, they'll buy it and flip it and make a profit. But you will not have to go through the normal traditional sale process if that's what you choose. So you know what we do, Todd?
We sell homes.
What kind of homes?
In all conditions.
That's right.
All homes.
Turnkey homes and stinky homes.
Yep.
That's our new slogan.
And commercial and land too.
That's true. That's true. So until next time, we pray that God blesses you and watches over you. And thanks for spending time with us today. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the Home Seller's Advantage. The Bald Brothers team is a licensed DBA of Real Broker, licensed by the California Department of Real Estate, number 02022-092. Again, we do not give any real estate, legal, or financial advice. If you'd like to reach out to us, you can call us at 833-305-BALD, or you can reach us online at baldbrothers.tv. Equal housing opportunity.